Hey guys, it's Joe with Pocketnow, and today I've got an unboxing and first look at the HTC Desire S, courtesy of our good friends over at Negri Electronics. Let's go ahead and unbox this thing and see what we've got. So first, let's do a walk around of the box. This is, of course, an HTC device. It is HTC branded, and it has the HTC Sense UI. It's very understated with the nice HTC sketches that they have on the side, which kind of gives a feeling that it's all just a little bit more for the average, ordinary guy. Now, there's all kinds of words and whatnot on the sides of the box. Just doing kind of a walk around for you here. On the back, it's got all the specifications and whatnot, but that's really not what you're interested in, so let's go ahead and crack it open and see what's inside. Alright, so this box is a slide off the top, just like that. Now inside we've got the device, nice little pull tab here. We'll look at the phone in quite a bit more detail in just a minute. Lift up. I like that. That's a kind of a molded box instead of just a cutout holder, so that's something I haven't seen before. It looks really nice. A couple HTC Void stickers that they give you for I don't know why. Guide, manual, information, warranty statement, and contact us. Alright, there's the paperwork. Put that off to the side. Down from there we've got some headphones that look like they probably double as a headset as well. It's got the traditional headphone jack in there, not the old-fashioned HTC mini USB connector. It's got a nice lanyard clip, so if you've had a pair of HTC headphones before, this is just like them. It works really, really well. They look really nice, stay in your ear well. Yeah, what else can you say about headphones? Okay, next we've got the HTC wall wart. This one is a European phone, so it comes with the European prongs. But of course, on the other end, it's USB. So you can see right through there, and I really don't see why, you can see through these bags. They're clear and transparent and whatnot, so rather than showing you my ineptitude at ripping plastic bags apart, I thought I'd just show you through this way. But USB, so if you've got an existing USB wall wart, you can just plug in the power cable there and you should be just fine. Of course, if you have a USB hub, a powered USB hub, you can get away with having all these wall warts and charge up all of your USB powered devices that way with just one wall wart to power the hub. It takes a little bit longer to charge your devices that way, but if you're doing an overnight charge, there you go. Maybe we'll do an Android quick tip about that in the future. So, moving along, we've got also a nice USB cable, and that's all it is. It's just a USB Type A to somewhere over there's a micro USB. There it is, micro USB connector, average length. So that's it. There is a little pull up on the bottom of the box, but that just shows you the wraparound. I really like this. It's got a nice cardboard feel to it. It's paper stock. But it's very simplistic in its design, simple and elegant. So that's the box. Let's move on to the phone now, shall we? Okay, so here's the phone, and it's got this nice protective cover over it, and it says, important to prevent damage, do not apply excessive pressure to the screen or device case. Always a good idea, not just for this phone, but others. Also, it says, please remove the phone from your trouser pockets before sitting down. Also very good. We don't want to crack the screen. And for more details, you can look at one of those guides that we just breezed past. So over here on the back, there's a quick 4-step process in how to get stuff into and out of the phone. So we'll refer to that in just a minute. Now this is adhesive, so we just pull this, and it's one piece, comes off very slick, very clean. And in this video, we're just going to do an initial walkthrough of the device, just the hardware. We're not going to actually boot it up or whatnot. We'll do that in a future video. But first of all, I'm noticing you've got a very nice curve here to the back of the device on all sides. It fits very nice. It's kind of squared off on the edges. So rounded a little bit, and then a nice square, almost a negative. In fact, I think that is a negative relief on it, which gives you a little bit of extra grip to hold on to it. I like it. It's really not really heavy, but it feels significant in your hand. So very cool there. It looks like we've got a front-facing camera here. The nice big speaker on the top. A little bit of a curve to the glass. It's flat glass as far as I can tell, but a nice little curve, so it's not just a square slab sitting on there. HTC logo featured on the top. We then, of course, have home, menu, back, and search buttons that are all capacitive buttons down at the bottom. And then we've got this kind of unique little chin that we were introduced to with the T-Mobile G1 and some of the other devices. So they've kind of brought that back a little bit, that little lip, for whatever reason. Might help it sit a little bit easier in a dock. But let's go ahead and do a walk around of the device. Looking at the bottom, we've got a microphone hole down there. Over on the other side, this would be the right side. There's nothing. Up at the top, we've got the power button and a traditional multi-purpose headphone jack. Over on the other side, we've got a volume rocker, and it feels really responsive to me. And then we've got our micro USB port as well. Over on the back of the device, we've got a flash. It looks like that's an ambient noise microphone for some noise cancellation. That's what I'd bet that that's going to do for us. We've got this camera, and to cheat a little bit and look at the back of the box, that is a, see if I can read it here really fast, that's a 5 megapixel autofocus camera with, of course, the LED flash over here on the side. And we've got another hole over there, and I don't know why we have two of them. We'll see if we can find out what that's all about. Now, down here we've got the HTC logo, just nice and subtle. And then down at the bottom with HTC Sense. If this were a Google device, it would say with Google or something to that effect. The G2, for example, just has with Google down at the bottom. And you can kind of see comparison of size there. About the same height. The Desire S is a little bit shorter. And then we'll just go ahead and do a comparison here between the two. So looking at the two devices from this angle, it looks like the Desire S is quite a bit smaller than the G2 as far as length goes. If you look at width, do a little width comparison here, there's no physical keyboard on the new phone as compared to the G2. And then, of course, if we do a comparison width-wise, they're almost identical right there. So very cool looking. Very nice, very sleek. I like it quite a bit. Let's crack this open and see what's inside. And the instructions say we press with our thumbs right there and just ease this up gently, and it pops up relatively easily. We'll take that off. We do have some contacts back here which don't have any pass-through. So I'm actually looking down here to see if there's anything that I can see, if there are any antennas or if that's just for a carry-through, and I can't tell right at this point, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's some kind of an antenna inside of that. So next we have down here those contacts where they make contact with that. We have a little open prompt here to open this up. So we'll go ahead and do that, and this is a little hinged device. It opens it up so then we can get access to the battery. The battery, of course, ships without the contacts making contact, so there's a little sleeve there. I'm going to set the phone down for just a moment, and let's look at the battery. Typical HTC branded battery, very slim, very nice looking. If we get into it, and I've got to read here off camera a little bit, 1450 milliamp hours, so really not bad. That's a pretty good sized battery. Of course, you've got your moisture indicator right there as well. But let's take a look inside. Little compartment. See down in there, there's not all that much. Here's where your SIM goes. Let's go ahead and do that. Now this is a T-Mobile SIM, and trying to see the orientation of the little guy here. So the tab goes that way, and this is, you know, much easier to do off camera than on. And it comes pre-packaged with an 8 gigabyte SanDisk micro SD card, and it is a, see if you can see that, it is a class 4, which is actually pretty darn good, micro SDHC. Now, we're not going to use that for this review because I've already got all of my stuff loaded up over here on my, it's a Kingston 16 gig micro SD, and it's a class 10, but that shouldn't affect anything that we do with it. We'll go ahead and pop that in there, and again, a lot easier to do this when you don't have a million people watching you on camera. So now that we've got that done, we have to try and remember how we got the battery out. So I think it's that way. We'll find out here. That's your little battery retainer to hold it in there snug. We've got our back plate now that we put on, and you can see a little bit of a gap right there because I didn't put it on all that snugly. And that's kind of my complaint with this style of bottom plate, if you will. Once you get it on, it's nice and snug, but you do have to gain access to it to put your SIM in there, and it's kind of a pain to get it back on and have it looking right. So that, in a nutshell, is the phone. It's the hardware walkthrough. It's very, very nice, like I said. The HTC Desire S. Next video up is going to be a first boot and initial setup look. You've seen that before, so I'm going to keep it kind of brief. After that, then we're going to do some videos with the camera, and we'll do some pictures as well. So make sure you subscribe to our video channel to get all of that stuff. And of course, we'll have a full write-up review on this in the coming days. So head on over to Pocketnow.com and make sure you've added that to your bookmarks. Leave us comments if there are things you would like answered about the phone, or if I have gotten any information factually incorrect, let us know that as well. Very cool device, and we're eager to show you more. For Pocketnow, I'm Joe Levi.